Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Sunday, which means it's time for us to start a new thing where we watch Hero Academia the week it came out. Oh boy! So, we're finally up to date with the anime. This came out, at the time of recording, it came out about, I don't know, like 2 hours ago. Something like that, I don't know. And they just defeated big ol' muscle man, whose powers got fucking gimped because they can't show people's skin exploding off, because, oh boy. So now we're gonna get into the main meat of this arc, where everyone is going to be fighting off the fucking other League of Villains boys, including Togo, who is the best girl. And, seeing as it looks like it just starts right up here in the opening, I'm just gonna hit the play button and we're gonna go on through. Yep. So, like, straight up, the majority of these guys never fucking show up again, to the best of my knowledge. I honestly feel like that this opening here was just the mangaka going, okay, I've got all these ideas for different characters, different villains that I like, but I don't know which ones are going to be shit and which ones are going to be good. So you just kind of threw them at the wall to see what would stick. Because, I mean, Magni has one... And by the way, someone also left a comment that apparently Magni is a transgender woman. Which I did not know, because I either did not see that or did not recognize that. But apparently, yeah, he's a transgender woman. Which means that the other one, the big manly-looking pussycat, who is a transgender... Who is a male to female... or something. I don't know which way it goes. But yeah, so it's transgender versus transgender, which, you know what? That's kind of funny. That's interesting. You got them on both sides there. But Magni shows up, like, one more time after this. Gabby, I think, has very limited things. Like, he doesn't, like, die or anything. He just kind of disappears. Gimp Suit never fucking shows up again. Gas Mask Guy never shows up again. To the best of my, like outside of, like, very minor appearances. Like, none of them have really active roles. Togo keeps fucking showing up, and for a good thing, too, because Togo is my favorite fucking character in the villain side, because she has the best power set. But, and the lizard guy, the lizard guy who's a fanboy of Stain, he never fucking shows up again, to the best of my knowledge. It definitely feels like, okay, let's try out all these characters and see what the fuck sticks. You know, like... Also, there is something I want to mention about this I want to clarify that came up after the Claymore reacts, so... This related to this. Alright, so we're just gonna... Oh, it's just gonna play it back straight. Okay, well, okay, so... I mentioned in Claymore episode 4 that, Claire if those of you who haven't watched that, I would recommend go watching that, because that's a good fucking show that I'm reacting to. Claire does a similar thing to Deku, where she basically uses, like, beyond her limit of her power, and which is supposed to have a negative reaction for her. Much like Deku does here. And I thought, and I went, oh no, that's fucking stupid, that's bullcrap, fuck off with that. But meanwhile, Deku doing this, I don't have an issue with it. Now, the main reason I don't have an issue with this is because I know what happens later. In that Deku doing this, coupled with him doing something similar later on, completely fucking annihilates his use of his arms in combat. So, he was warned continually not to fucking do it. He does it anyway, and he suffers the consequences. Claire does it, and her negative consequences are seemingly immediately just gone. No, bye-bye. Now, like I said before, if that changes, then okay, but I feel like it works better here. Yeah. Yeah, he's getting upset that he can't actually move in. He's like, no, I want to go kill him. I want to go kill them all. And the majority of these guys, to the best of my knowledge, never fucking show up again. But yeah, like when you've got a character, especially in a shonen, and they've got like a dictated, this is the limit of where you can go with your power. Go beyond, and you are probably going to fucking die. And then they go beyond that limit. You need to have that. Oh hey, there's Bakugo. You need to have that limit actually mean something. And if they do go beyond that limit, yeah, then you need to make sure that you are consistent. And if they say, hey, if you use that, you're going to break your arms forever, then he basically needs to break his arms, maybe if not forever, but for a long period of time, which does happen for Deku. For Claire, that doesn't seem to be happening. So that's why I think The Hero Academia does this way, way better than like the other shonen I'm reacting to right now. So that's, once again, that's mostly talking about Hero Academia in that they have consequences for fucking up. And I like that. It's very much feels street level stuff. Like, there's no Superman here. He appears to be dead. He appears like his eyes are open. That man is dead, Deku. That man is lying back there with his eyes open. That man is dead as fuck. There's never been a man that has been more dead than that guy. Flood the forest, Koda. Kill them all. Drown them. Koda's like, okay, this seems like a good idea. Drown. He can move his legs. And there's the foreshadowing. There's the foreshadowing. My legs still work. Oh god, why would they even want Bakugo? Like, Bakugo's power fucking sucks. Like, the only way for his fucking power to actually work, and work well, is if he's creative while using it. He causes more damage to himself. And once again, like, Eraserhead's power is crap unless you have a follow-up, and he had a follow-up. Yep. We're slowly getting all the powers of the villains revealed. Damn shame. Damn shame that most of them never fucking show up again. Like, that guy there with the cloning power is actually pretty useful, but he can't really do anything on his own. Like, makes sense why he doesn't show up again. Oh wait, no, he does show up again. Never mind. I was thinking of another guy. Sorry, I forgot about Twice. He shows up again. I forgot he was here. I thought he was a different hero for a second. Twice is the fucking best. I'm completely sorry. He's flipping him off. I totally forgot that he's here. I thought he showed up later. Might be. Why are you not wearing a shirt, young man? It's cold. God damn it. Just say no, Deku. Don't do drugs. That's still the dumbest fucking rule. Like, oh, you can't use your powers in self-defense. Fuck you. Someone, like, seriously, like, fucking, like, the fucking, I forget what his name is. I forget what his fucking name is, but he's so, they identify as a she. So, yeah, she's so fucking cool. Just a big, muscular cat. The best. Tell everyone. Murder them all. Kids, reach into your backpacks and pull out your AR-15s. It's a good thing that gun control law failed. Oh, that's gonna be cool. People are gonna hate that. Both sides are gonna hate that joke. Fucking shoot them. Hey, there's Togo! Or Toga, even. God, I want to see Toga's power, like, animated. Like, oh god, because it's so cool. Like, it's you would think that her power is kind of shitty, but like, because her power is a shapeshifting power, but she can only shapeshift depending on how much bodily fluid of the person she's shapeshifting into she has. And I don't think she actually gets their power, but it's just so interesting and like how it can be used in certain things, especially when it's like applied. Like it's the embodiment of power that on its own you would think would be useless, but in application can be pretty neat. It's almost as if you're an ungrateful shit. It's almost as if you were completely wrong and should feel bad about yourself. Fucking Aquaman. Just put on your orange leotard, Aquaman. And stop being an asshole. Yeah, basically, put effort into it, you ass! Ah, yes! The fighting dreamers technique. We are fighting dreamers. There's only two people that can actually stand in a fight. For reals. Oh, okay, yeah. Someone who identifies, like, two people that identify as women, apparently. Oh boy. Oh boy. And annihilated, alright. And now Spinner never shows up again. Oh my god, Deku, you fucking moron! Oh, that's so... Oh, that's so fucking stupid. Like, all of Class A understood that, but everyone else is like... what the fuck are you talking about? Nah, murder. It's murder time, fun time on that. Like, seriously, this Gimp guy, like, he spits out, like, tongues of knives. Like, fucking, why are so many of these powers so shit? Like, I understand, like, 80% of the population has powers, so you're gonna have some... Oh, it's his teeth, sorry, not his tongue. Like, you're gonna have winners and you're gonna have losers, but fuck, there seem to be a lot of losers. Like the amount of losers in this whole superpowers gimmick is the ratio is off. Fucking Class B, like that giant, like the giant Fisker, what's her name? Itsuka. Yeah, Itsuka Kendo. Like, Itsuka, like, I wish she was... I kind of wish she was in Class A so we get to see more of her, because she's actually got one of the more interesting quirks out of Class B. Like, it's basic body enlargement, and, like, she can enlarge her fists and shit. But I imagine that, like, if she's going through the same shit the Class A was, maybe she'd be, like a mini version of Mount Lady, or perhaps even a better version of Mount Lady. Like, could you imagine if she could expand, like, differing parts of her body at once? Like, Mount Lady's main issue is that she has two modes. Giant and small. Could you imagine if Kendo was, like, right there and she just fucking brought her fist back, made her entire arm fucking massive, and went, whoa! She'd fucking annihilate things, dude. Like, selective expansion is such an interesting power. And also her and Tetsu are fucking adorable. Like, they are goddamn adorable. Like, that's the #1 ship. Right fucking there. Imagine their chillins. Giant fist made of steel. And there he is. And here it goes. The majority of heroes aren't bulletproof. Like, for real, like, bringing a gun to UA would solve majority of the problem, except against people like fucking Kirishima, Tetsu, and Concrete Man. Like, you'd think there'd be a few more quirks that were bulletproof, wouldn't you? Like, you could super have a Batman style hero, because people aren't bulletproof. Man, fucking, like, I hate the fact that Tetsu is made of steel and Kirishima is made of stone, but yet Kirishima is stronger. I really dislike that. Because, like, maybe it's just because, like, Class A's got more experience points, so they're, like, a higher level kind of thing, to put it in RPG terms, but Kirishima, like, does some shit that would probably shatter Tetsu. Like, Kirishima would be walking forward like the goddamn T-800 through these fucking bullets. But Tetsu's like, no, it hurts, stop, and he's already cracked. Like, he's really low quality steel right there. Or maybe it's because Tetsu Maybe it's different. Maybe Tetsu Tetsu is coated in steel, while Kirishima actually turns into rock. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the exact... I was waiting for her to do that. Like, swing your fist, and then partway through, boom! Fucking massive. Like, the increase in mass over an extremely small amount of distance. Like, that is a physics fucking nightmare. Like, that is how you kill things. Like, if you're throwing a punch, and your small fist is going to move faster than a big fist, and then it just, like, the apex of your punch right before you hit, you expand. Just, poof. I will say that I do miss Yusei Run right now. Definitely miss Yusei Run right now. Like this entire sequence could have been punctuated with that and it would have fit so well. Then again, it does go with everything. This new song is good though. This new song is good. It's just a little bit understated in my opinion. It's not as bombastic. And what can I say? I'm a sucker for bombast. And there's Dark Shadow. Ooh, 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 my boy. Shoji's getting fucked tonight. I forgot about that. Fuck, he's missing one of his arms. So, I mean, like, he can, like, grow it back, like, no issue, but fuck, that would suck. Oh, man. Like, Tokoyami's... Yeah, okay, that's his name, Tokoyami. I keep wanting to call him Bird Boy. Or Harvey. Fucking Tokoyami's power. Like, he's literally got a stand. He's literally got a stand that he doesn't have the fighting strength. He is the Holly Joestar of the group. Like, things that could... Like, finally, we have something to add to... we can take off the list of things that can control their stand better than Holly Joestar. I mean, at least, like, for the next season, maybe. Because I don't think he actually learns to control Dark Shadow for, like, a decent while yet. Actually, I don't actually think he's even done it in the manga yet. It's implied that he has more control, but it's still not completely there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Alright. So that was exactly as fun as I thought it was going to be. I was looking forward to the gas fight. I was looking forward to it, and I was looking forward to Deku being a fucking moron and passing on to Mandalay, fucking Bakugo's goddamn childhood nickname. Like, that is the most useless. That is the most useless, and if anything, that probably made Bakugo not want to follow orders more. You definitely, like, one thing I will say as a strength of this is that these guys are kids. And kids make really stupid fucking decisions, and that is on full display here. That is on full fucking display. Just Deku knows that Bakugo is a hot-headed asshole, and that telling him not to fight is only going to enrage him more. You know what's going to make him even more pissed off than telling him not to fight? Fucking using the childhood nickname from the fucking former friend/rival, yeah, who has fucking stymied him and made him look like an asshole every step of his high school career. Yeah, no, that's gonna do it, Deku, you fucking moron. Like, Jesus Christ. But that works, because that's in Deku's character, because he has that nickname set in his head, and also, bear in mind, he should probably be in shock right now, because both of his arms are broken, and they're swinging around behind him like Naruto with Parkinson's. Like, like there's some really cool stuff here. As well as we got to see the best people in Class B, Kendo and Tetsu go ahead against the gas guy, which was always one of my favorite fights of this section, next to Tokiyami. The Tokiyami fight, I don't know if I would call it really a fight, because it's kind of just, he's just gone wild, and they're not really trying to fight him, they're trying to contain him, kind of, which is different. But besides the point. But yeah, like, fucking, I think the main thing that I don't like about this show is the fact that Class 1B, oh god, they're never gonna get anything cool. Like, they're gonna get, like, one-off fights like that, but we're never gonna get to see them be cool, because, like, Tetsu is just an alternate form of Kirishima, and Kirishima is really, really cool, and he's also a giant fucking moron. And Tetsu is similar, but his personality is, like, a tiny bit different, like a smidgen different, in that he's, his focus is a little bit different, and I honestly feel like he's, a little bit more reckless than Kirishima is. Like, he's, oh god, I'm trying to think of it. Like, okay, you know what, okay, so here's an example that comes from after this, because it's the main fight that Kirishima has. And Kirishima has this fight where he's with another hero, and that other hero gets his shit kicked in. And it's a really big dick G hero, right? Like, he's like massive big boy. And Kirishima has to step up against a really important member of, or not important, but powerful member of, let's say, the League of Villains. And instead of just, like, charging in and going, like, I'ma fucking punch you! Boom! 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 Yeah, his main thing is he's very much more defensive, and he tries his best to think. Like, thinking is hard for Kirishima, but he tries. And a lot of his fighting is very defensive, because he's got a hardening quirk. What does hardening quirks excel at? Defense. So he uses his defense as his offense, and that's really cool. Meanwhile with Tetsu, it's very much the opposite, in that he's very reckless and headstrong, way more than Kirishima is, and uses his offense as his defense. They're kind of like mirrors in that way, you know, stone and steel, off defense and offense, kind of thing. And the fact that he's stuck in Class B means that we're never going to get to see him really excel and have these cool fights on the same level as Kirishima. And at the same time, you have people like Kendo, whose power, honestly, is fucking broken. like I said before, if force is calculated, force equals mass times acceleration over time, right? I think that's it. FMA. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, if I've got my little fist, and I swing it, right, and I go, whew, I can punch, say I punch this fast, right, and I go, whew, whew. That's not a lot of mass, but it's over a short amount of time. So it's going to be a decent punch, right? Now imagine if I do the same thing, but right before my fist comes to a stop and hits the guy in the face, my fist suddenly gains 6 times the mass. That guy's head is coming off. Especially when you take in the fact that the enlargement is also going to add to the acceleration, because it's also lessening the distance to the face. It's the same general idea behind the Flash, actually, but in reverse. With the Flash, he's got the same tiny baby fist, but when he swings, he vibrates his fist subsonically, or whatever the fuck, supersonic, or whatever the fuck, which adds to the acceleration without actually changing the distance it has to travel, which is why it's called the infinite mass punch. Because it's essentially, he's simulating extra mass. It's technically possible in physics, but they kind of do it in a really dumb way. So there's a lot of shit that, like, Class B's Class B's guys can do, like, and we see that there, but, like, they're never gonna get expanded on, and that's one of my main gripes, is that they give us all these characters that have really interesting powers, and personalities, and even ones that are kind of redundant, but the way they use their powers is different and interesting. And we're probably not gonna, like, if we get to see them do something cool, it's kind of like a little treat kind of thing. It's like, hey, here's a little treat. Here's a little Scooby snack. And it's just really frustrating, because at the same time, while we have these cool people that we never get to see that have really neat powers, we're stuck with people in the main roster whose powers fucking suck. Like, seriously, like, fucking, Koji, whatever the fuck his name, like, Bird Boy, not Bird Boy, but the guy who talks to animals, his power fucking sucks. Like, it's garbage. Kaminari's power is garbage. It's never really going to improve, because your brain can only take so much electricity. You can't train your brain to take more electricity, because it's a fucking, unless, like, he fucking, like, starts wrapping fucking, asbestos or whatever the fuck, insulating shit around his brain. Maybe that'd work for him, I don't know. Just people that have powers that they're so not interesting, and they've never really used them to any effect, and just, we're stuck with them instead. Like, it's annoying. It's annoying. I kind of do wish that at some point we would get this thing with just, like, Class B and A just have some like switches kind of thing, or maybe like some guys transfer into the other class or something. I don't know, because like there's supposed to be like this rivalry between Class A and Class B, but it's not really there. The only guy who actually seems to follow that is that asshole whose name I forget, but he's just as big of a college dropout as a high school dropout, sorry, as Bakugo is, and he's like, oh, Class A had some failures too. Ha ha! I'm the only one to fail in Class B. Go Class B! Like, fuck off, dude. You're annoying and your power is crap. Your power is literally copying other people's powers. How wonderful for you. Especially when the majority of people are immune to their own powers. Like Bakugo's power might be annoying, like, in how limited it is, but if, at the very least, Bakugo's power gives him the ability to be, like, resistant to explosions. Like, he's got super tough skin. Like, Todoroki has an increased resilience to fire and ice. It's how his power works. Like, if he copies Todoroki's power, what's he fucking gonna do? Because even then, I'm pretty sure he doesn't actually gain the resistances. I think he just gains the baseline power, so he copies Bakugo's power, fires off an explosion, he's immediately got tinnitus. Like, Bakugo's resistant to his own explosions, and he's already seems to have partial hearing loss. Like, fuck. Like, come on now. Your power is garbage. I don't know, but like, that's like my main gripes. It's like, the rivalry between Class A and B is set up, but it's never followed through on, so we never get to see really Class B excel, especially when they got some really good powers amongst them, and just the focus on the people that have really lame powers coupled with personalities that aren't really there in the first place is bleh. Bleh, I say. Like, the fucking guy with the tail. The guy with the fucking tail, who I completely forgot existed until just now. What the fuck is his power? Is his power just, I have a tail? And what's his personality? I can't think of one. Like, you know, it's just like, there's like, and this episode kind of exemplifies that, in that we finally spend time with Class B, and we're just like, yeah, you go, Kendo, you go, Tetsu. Oh, you're leaving the story now for the next season and a half? Oh, okay. Because I'm pretty sure we don't see them again until the cultural festival in, like, fucking chapter 162. So, oh boy. Anyway, that's really all I have to say about that. That was my main gripe. Most of my other gripes I've really talked about during the actual episode itself, so... I'm glad I did that, because already we've gone way longer than I expected to, so hey. Let me know what you think down there in the comments, whether you agree, disagree, or think maybe there's other problems with the show. And let me know about that power-up thing that I mentioned before, at the very start. If you agree or disagree with me on that. Because I still do believe that if someone overtakes their limit, they should be penalized, and Deku definitely does get penalized, it just hasn't happened yet. But Claire doesn't seem to in Claymore, so that's the difference there for that guy that was talking about that in the comments on the last episode. So yeah, that's that. As always, everybody, remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share on social media if you wish, because all of that really helps me out, and I want to have more discussions about anime, because I like doing these. I like doing these, because I get to watch it live, and then I immediately get to talk about shit in that episode, because that is, like, fresh in the mind right there, and you get to immediately go, like, oh boy. And that's why it's called Nozz Reacts. Not because of the fucking, oh boy, the way these videos are normally used. Who knew that react was so malleable of a word? And if you want to help me improve, my equipment, eat food and keep on building on this channel, then you can always donate to me on Patreon or support me on TAD. Both linked down there in the description. If you support me on Patreon, you get access to a special Patreons only channel in my Discord, and also you get the ability to give a priority recommendation for anything to Let's Play, react to, or analyze via staring at. I know I haven't done one of those in a while, but the guy who edits them for me has been kind of busy, and I am not very good at editing. So if I do it, it takes forever. So that's why those aren't coming out. But if I get some recommendations for them, I'll start cracking on with them. They might take a bit, but yeah, it'll happen. Everybody, remember to I already fucking said that. God damn it! It is getting a little bit hot right now. It's like it is 90 degrees in here. That AC needs to kick up harder. Everybody, as always, I am Nozz, and I will see you in the next video. But most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today, and I will see you a round the